Okay.
Hello, gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
So this is a strategy session by Julie Wolf by yours truly, Julie Wolf, by yours truly, Carolyn Pierce. Okay, so in my strategy sessions, what I do is
Yeah, they're crooked.
and we go back to what you first responded to. So what did you first respond to that made you, and then I want to ask you to talk about yourself and tell me why why that first thing that you responded to that made you want to have a strategy session, or go further, get more information from me, why that interests you. So
Well,
what was the first thing that caught your attention?
We've been working together for a very, very long time.
Yeah, do you remember?
I don't even remember when we first started talking. It's been so long.
That's what I was concerned about. But go ahead, we'll make something up.
8 years maybe. But this is the first time in all that time you've ever talked about doing or having a strategy session with someone.
Oh.
And, for me, strategy means marketing strategies or web page implementation and development strategies. So I'm really wondering what you're talking about when you say a Skype strategy. For me, based on what we've been doing the last several years, that would tell me that you're thinking about how people can or will use Skype for their business.
Right. For their purposes, right, for their business.
And to now, I use Skype as my business phone for one thing. Mm-hmm. People call me on my Skype phone. We can talk on Skype. I can talk to anybody anywhere in the world, and I have my account that costs so very little compared to business phones.
Right.
You know, I can also talk to someone through a video call if they've got a question that can be answered fairly quickly. And if they know how to use Skype, then we can go to desktop share here, just like I do in my conference room. I prefer using the conference room, but I can also share on Skype, but I can't record instantly.
Right.
You have to have another application running in order to record, where here in my Zoom room, we're recording while we're talking, right?
Right.
And Skype, I can see their desktop, they could see my desktop, the same thing that we do in here. Okay, so as a help desk, there's, I don't know, it makes it so easy for someone to use Skype as a help desk. And if they don't want to the expense of a conference room, well, Skype is another answer for them. We use Skype in the past with third-party programs. I'm still using Seek and Send to send out broadcasts, and I love it. And we were using SkySponder to use it as a
Skype autoresponder,
like an autoresponder, a Gmail or a mail autoresponder. And the thing with using Skype as an autoresponder, more messages get read.
right?
Though they actually get read.
Yeah.
At one time, I used to use a forum, and they get hacked so badly, or they get so, and you really can't do a whole lot to keep people from signing up and doing crazy things on a forum. But here in Skype, you can do the same thing by setting up a chat or a group
Moderate.
room that's moderated, that you can control who's there and what they're talking about. And so I'm doing more and more of that uh, with specific rooms for specific conversations. Okay, so need to use it for marketing so I can reach new people, so that I can promote the various chat rooms. And right now, most of them are attached to one of the courses we teach, either at the Niche Lab or in one of my other websites.
Uh-huh.
But right there is where I'm stuck. How can I use it to reach out and find new people to talk to? That's where my strategy should begin.
Okay. All right, great. Right. Well, one of the things that comes to mind is how we've recently been talking in the Skype marketing webinars and the Skype room, Skype community building webinars, Skype safety and hack recovery webinars. We've been talking a lot about how easy it is to take people from a group chat to a private chat, so that you can have an audio call, a video call, a private instant message text call, text chat, or screen sharing, like you're talking about. So that's where you're coming from, because you have rooms, you have groups, you have communities in Skype. Some people don't.
Yeah.
So, and the people that are in your rooms, you already have contact with. So if you want to find new people on Skype, whether you know about group chats or not, I would be saying, you want to find more group chats and start engaging in there, which you are. I mean, I've invited you to all kinds of rooms over the years. The Monday Introduce Yourself room, the new room we just opened for growth hacking and online business that I have with Darren McKay. And so the question is, how do you find new people to Skype with, or to get into your Skype funnels using Skype list building and segmentation? How do you find new people? So finding more rooms is helpful. And I myself am a source of rooms. I mean, I'm partially talking to you, and I'm partially talking to the potential audience here. You know that.
Right.
But a lot of people don't know that I've never counted them, actually, dozens. I don't think I'm up to 100, I hope, maybe. Dozens of Skype rooms myself on topic, which is what you mentioned. You like Skype rooms that are specific to a certain conversation, a topic related Skype room. And I have a chat directory. Again, you know that, but that Skype directory, I should say, the Skype directory is for rooms or groups of communities on people on Skype, for new people to join, as well as finding new people, because the Skype directory is for people listings, Skype listings, Skype people listings, and Skype group chat or Skype room listings, both people and groups. So other ways, I mean, like you've seen that article I have on 7 ways to find people on Skype. There's really a lot of ways to do it. And you can attract people. It looks like you have a question, so I'm just going to end with this.
No. I'm just taking notes based on what you're saying, so okay. I can.
Okay. The other way that I want to encourage people to start attracting people to their targeted people, the right kind of their audience, to them on Skype, is to, first of all, consider using a group chat to invite people to filter them.
Okay, and
Rather,
that
rather
was my INL for newbies. That's what I wanted to use it for. But since we haven't had, what was the third party thing that we were using before?
Skype's third party message magic.
Yeah, Message Magic. Since we don't have that one anymore, I haven't done anything with inviting new people.
Lead generation, Skype lead
Yes,
generation.
lead generation.
So what I recommend is that, first of all, rather than that you consider as a strategy, having people come into a group to get to know them rather than your private Skype. And we could talk about the web forms and that they automatically add you with the Skype web form or Skype squeeze page later. But how do you get people to know that you have a room? Because rooms aren't public. You can't go out and find rooms. So how do you invite people to a room? You could list it on the skypechat.net Skype directory, or you could have a Skype room join button on your website. And then when you create content on your blog posts or pages, anywhere or whatever website you're creating you can create content on, you can add the Skype button there as an action item, so that when somebody reads the page, the action that you're asking them to take is get more information by joining the Skype room on the topic of fill in the blank, whatever it is. And then to share that out on social media. So that's part of what I want to start providing more training for, partly with what I know, because I've gotten lots of people adding me on Skype, sometimes targeted and sometimes not. Again, you have to filter. But I have got great results with sharing what I know out on YouTube or on WordPress sites, and then sharing them out on social. So content creation, content marketing is actually what I want people to do, to start, rather than using the Skype tools or third-party tools, as you call them, for Skype for lead generation. I think it's actually better to have people come and find you when you engage, when you attract that targeted traffic to you, or you engage on social in just the right audience.
It's that strategy of becoming the hunted rather than the...
That's what I've been saying in the past.
Hunter.
Be found on Skype by your targeted audience. I've been saying that forever. So that's how you can do it, is by having a Skype room, or having a Skype button on your website, or using the Skype chat directory buttons, and then sharing your content with that button, with that link on social or on your blog. And then you share your blog, and the action item is the link to your directory listing of either, you can choose whether you want it to be your personal buttons or whether you want it to be a button to join a room, a group chat. And the personal buttons can be chat buttons, they can be voicemail buttons, they can be looking at your profile on Skype, they can be adding you or calling you. There's all these different kinds of buttons for personal buttons. But getting out and knowing how to create those buttons, or basically sharing your content, creating the content, getting the engagement out on the internet. And I use YouTube. That's how I'm the hunted, to get people to come to you, the right people to come to you. So sharing
more videos should be on that strategy session.
Yeah, more videos. Let's put this video up there. And that's part of what I'm going to cover in, starting on Monday. And then I'm going to do this 6-session thing, and we haven't picked a date yet. The first one will be this Monday, and I've got to tell my members soon, like today. that we're doing this, and to go ahead and upgrade because it's only for paid members. But we're going to have a 6-session course that starts on Monday, and then we take a break, and then it'll continue in August, the beginning of August, for 6 sessions. And part of the sessions will be list building. Well, list building is, you have to do lead generation, right?
Right.
So we're going to talk about Skype tools, and we're going to talk more about all of this in those. And I want it to be very practical. I want it to be like, do this too. So is that going to help your strategy?
Yeah, I think that helps a lot. Now, do you happen to have a package of Skype buttons that you are marketing?
You mean as images and HTML that people can use for themselves?
Yes.
I have a plan for that.
Okay.
It's one of those many things. I do have a Skype button tutorial on Google Drive with sample images included and the HTML. And then there's the web form, I want to create Skype squeeze pages.
Right. That's another thing I really want to do when we can figure out how to make the URI or the I've used it in an href command.
Uh-huh.
URI works.
Right.
So
there is a couple tricks. If it's a URI as opposed to a URL will link.
It will link. Yeah, I've noticed that.
Right. So that's not a problem for a web page. Sometimes it's a problem for email. If you try to put it under an image or sometimes it's a little tricky, and some of the shorteners don't work with them for some reason. So putting it in, even though we want to put it in email, sometimes it's a little difficult. But putting it on a web page and sharing a link in Skype, you could do that with URIs, and URIs include, this should be a whole lesson too. URIs include groups and then the various buttons for you, to add you, to call you, to see your profile, to leave you a voicemail is a new one I'm excited about. So you can actually create all these buttons like you do on a listing at skypechat.net.
Well, you're going to have to work on that then.
Those are all URIs also. It's if there's a Skype, a colon, a question mark, and an equals. Is there always an equal? Maybe there's not always an equal, but Skype, colon, question mark in there somewhere will make a URI link in Skype, and on page for the ahref tag or link.
Well, that gives me some good ideas. It lets me know at least what you're doing with this. So I certainly can talk to our members about that and getting together with you. And you're offering this for new members to see you on Skype, right?
Anyone. The old members haven't really
done this yet.
They don't know what, we started with was it 2 years ago or more? We started with the 10-day challenge, the Message Magic 10-day challenge, and everyone thinks that See You on Skype is Message Magic, and it's not.
I was talking to you earlier this week that an initial course for brand new members, if they could sign up for free, that initial course would just be finding the basics in Skype when you set it up. What's the difference between a PM and a group? What's how to invite people to talk to you, or what you can do, and it just the difference between a group chat and a
well, just anyone who's brand. I get that all the time. People that come onto Skype and how do I learn Skype? And they find me on YouTube, and then they add me on Skype. And
Right, and then it's
so I have something for that. I have two things. One is a series of two, possibly I would add a third one. I can't remember why now, but I remember thinking I need to add a third one. I have a series of two videos, and that's what is on the WordPress site at cuonskype.com. member.cuonskype.com has Skype basics for people that are just getting started.
right. That's what I'm talking about. Is just
And I
very
also
very
have,
basic Skype.
right, and then I have a PowerPoint that I wanted to make into a video or a series of videos that has 10 Skype tips. And it's like my favorite, most popular things that people eventually learn. And, here it is. 10
10 Skype tips.
top
Yeah.
10 Skype tips, right? And so that one is called Advanced Skype for Beginners. So it's still like most people who use Skype know most of these. Some of it might be kind of interesting. They might learn something. But the people that are new, once they learn the basics, this is the next things that they'll eventually learn. And so I can turn that PowerPoint into a PDF or make videos of 8 or several videos out of it. I haven't really made a sales page for that, and I don't have a funnel for it. I imagine it would come after basics, Skype basics.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that is what I wanted to talk to you about, and that helps. At least it helps to give me some directions as to where to go from where we are right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, do you want me to show you? I can actually screen share the new path, the new funnel.
New path. Okay.
Yeah, and I can show you where someone would start, what they would see on the thank you page, to get a strategy session, and then to join C1 Skype if they haven't, and then what would happen next. But I can at least show you that much.
Okay.
In case
Okay.
you haven't seen it.
No.
This is what I want you to know anyway.
Go to screen share.
I have to
Hover over the bottom of the screen, and you'll see screen share will show up.
Where do I want to share?
And choose your desktop. That will show me everything.
Well, I've got a bunch of them for me.
Okay.
So are you?
Now I'm
you
seeing
see-
your desktop with all the little Skype
Okay, good.
logos.
That's over there. So let me put my browser over there, and let's see. We're going to see the Zoom page first, and hopefully I have this.
That one.
Okay, let me just go to the.
Yeah. So there you are at the new member.cuonskype.com.
Yeah. So that's what we're calling the WordPress version of CU on Skype.
Okay.
And okay, so yeah, this is it. So its URL is member.c1skype.com/ I wish the URL was shorter. I guess I could make that shorter. /home/marketing-skype-room-training.
Okay.
It's in the menu on the home page as Skype marketing and Skype room community training. So this is what I did at the beginning. At the end of June, I decided the first half of July, which we're at now, I wanted to do these two webinars, one on Skype marketing generally, sort of an information thing. And then we did that on Google Hangout on Air. And then this last Monday, we did one for group community or Skype room chats, and the two types and the benefits and all of that, to start to educate people that they exist, what the features are, what the benefits are, and that there are these two types, legacy and cloud-based, and which ones are far better than others. Legacy. Anyway, so I had people I created this new page, Skype marketing, And I keep changing the video on this. This is the one for Skype Rooms, because that's what I did last with Dariosh of Asgod Security. And I'll just skip all the stuff. I mean, well, maybe I shouldn't. Well, it's got the schedule.
Yeah, you don't have to read all the content. Just go down
Yeah.
to the bottom to show me how you're.
Yeah, you can see that this is what it's about. Skype marketing, to build and engage Skype room communities, more about Skype rooms, and then what we talked about, Skype tools, list building, broadcast messaging, which is what you love, seek, and send for, lead generation. So it's all the stuff that we've been talking about, and it's based on what it is that I want to, the topics that I want people to know about, with Skype tools, Skype list building, all of that.
Okay,
So
and you have this attached to
Aweber.
Aweber. Okay.
A list that I've never used. It's been sitting in Aweber waiting for me to get to it. And it's Skype marketing in Aweber. And so, to get invites, basically that's what this first bullet is, to get invites to new trainings, free or paid, depending on what I'm doing. Skype, that's what that says. Skype webinar updates. Skype, okay, so there's a space for Skype ID, and if you give your Skype ID, it gets you updates via Skype, as opposed to just email, because you're giving your email as a normal opt-in, but I also want to build a Skype list because I'll be able to download all the Skype IDs in a CSV file and use some of those Skype tools. So, and invites to Skype room group conversations too. And then the bonus is get a Skype strategy with Julie. Skype ID is required above. And that's it. So what you get, if I can find it now on the fly real quick. Let's see. I'm going to get home. And I might actually have to log in to find it. See, here's stuff about Skype buttons, which is stuff that you'd share to get people to find you on Skype. You'd share out on social. There's the basics. It shouldn't be in this menu, actually.
No, it shouldn't. It should be a hidden if it's a thank you page.
Right. So the thank you page it goes to, I have to go in and find. I imagine it's on page 2. Thank you for purchasing. No. Oh.
Thank you for purchasing Skype Basics.
No, that would be Skype Basics. I might have to go into Aweber to get the actual page. Skype for Business lesson.
And you have it a draft right now.
No, it can't be a draft because
at the top filter, so you're looking only at
maybe thank you.
Published.
Oh.
No, it's not a draft. Do that.
Where?
You've got, when did you do it? June, July? So just do.
This was probably in June or July.
So filter just those in June.
Oh, here's where you change it to published.
Yeah.
Drafts. Just publish.
Okay.
Skype marketing and Skype room community training. That's probably it.
Okay. Click on view.
Yeah, that's it. Why is it going to XSky? That's not it.
That's not it. It says XSky. Okay. So change your filter now to July. Probably going to have the most of them. And
yeah, that's right. Mary had me change the dates on everything to current to July, so everything should be here. Moderation Skype versions. Let's see. Well, what's this? Skype marketing, Skype room training. Let's look at that one.
You.
No, this is the sales.
Yeah. So
Aw.
what we're looking for is
Oh, I know. I knew this was going to be a little bit of a challenge. It's a post. It's not a page. And it should be hidden, right? Because it's a thank you page.
okay. So you're this member.
IML newbies Skype room? Oh. Anyway, welcome to Skype marketing. That's probably it. I bet that's it. See you on Skype offerings and services. No, I think this is it. This is it. So the first thing you get is bonus. Get your Skype strategy session here. And I'm using timetrade.com to schedule. And I choose the times that I'll be available for 15 to 30 minute strategy sessions that are free. And, and that's where we find out what people need. And I have, this is what Dario did for me last minute. He linked all of the events that are coming up and past. So that's great because I wanted people to get what I did the first and second week, the Skype marketing and Skype room webinars. So they will get that when they opt in. One of the things that I have to do, though, is I have to send this page to everyone who is on that list because I edited this page. So every time I edit this page, I need to send it to them again.
Well, one thing that you might think about adding to this is a plug-in where you can email your members. It'll only work for up to 1,000 members, but every time you post a news article that you want to send to the members, you can.
That's interesting, but I already know that's possible with WordPress as a part of Aweber. So you could put a category
in Aweber so that they go to their
RSS feed to a category, and they can subscribe. How does that go? Every time I do a post to a certain category, it gets emailed to them by Aweber. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. That was a part of my sales funnel secrets. But anyway,
okay.
So this basically gets people on the list, both, depending on if they put their Skype ID, they could get on a Skype list and be invited to a Skype room.
And that's what I have been considering doing on the blog directory, is doing pages like this to invite people to the various groups.
Right.
The only one and in the courses themselves, they would have a sign up button, if you will, to those different groups. So anyway, yeah. It's really exciting what we can do and what can be done. And I've loved working with Julie Wolf, let me tell you. So I highly recommend what she does and how she does it. And so anyway, do sign up, do get your own Skype strategy so you can build some directions where you want to go. In the Niche Lab, we do the strategy as well, except we help you to find your niche so that you know where to focus your attention on your business. And again, I'll say you can have many sources of income, but you can only be in one business. And when you're doing the thing that you love the most, you'll never work another day in your life. Do you agree with that, Julie?
I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, it really, I'm totally honest. I love what I do so much that there are days I sit at this computer and all of a sudden it's 5 o'clock.
Right.
And we don't even notice.
That's true.
Time,
That's really true.
So
and sometimes it's just pressure we put on ourselves. So,
That's for sure. So
you know,
anyway,
we could just do it. Some days I'm just so happy and I just work just like you. You know, it's almost when you are doing what you love, it doesn't matter what mood you're in. I would say that.
it brings your mood up, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you just do.
Especially when you accomplish something you didn't know
I
you
was going
could.
to say, you always accomplish. I'm always accomplishing something, no matter, even if I think I'm being unproductive and judging myself. I'm always productive and do it because I'm always doing what I love to do.
Right, right. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, Julie. And
That's a strategy session,
yes, a
right?
strategy session.
So,
What in the world is she talking about now?
right.
So
Well,
now I know.
that's something that I did. I was encouraged at the end at Directions University is to get, and what I'm doing now with my Heart Ventures, they're encouraging us for the month of July to have like 10 strategy sessions. And I just happen to be on that path anyway. And it's working. I mean, the strategy sessions are great because
Yes,
I'm an upgraded member. If somebody wants help with setting up your own strategy sessions,
right.
oh, it's really fun. Let us know.
Well, I'm going to have to say goodbye for now. Time moves on and it's time to go get supper started. So we'll see you next Tuesday when we get together for our regular meeting. If
Okay.
not before.
Okay.
Okay. See you then.